Hey everyone. Hello. Welcome back to your Healer Safe Space. If this is your first time here, my name is Aaliyah Nadine. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the journey that I am on now. I know I briefly talked about it in my previous video, but this video, I'm going to go a bit more in depth about where I am, how I got here, and what is my goal of moving forward. So this whole channel, I decided to make it the healing safe space because there's so much have been going on in the world that I just felt like having a safe space for people to come to, to talk about what they have going on, was beneficial for them and me, So that's why I created the healing safe space. But now I am on the same journey, but the focus is more clear, like the clarity behind it. So I've decided to reclaim my joy. I felt it in me to pause because when you think about reclaiming your joy, it's like, where did it go? I thought I had it. Where has it been? And I'm going to explain to y'all how I got here. One day I was out and I was sitting in the car and I was thinking about everything that I've been doing for the last, I would say, 8 years, give or take. Um, all of the things that I've created, from my nonprofit organization to my bracelet line to Pop and Wellness, which was my wellness business. All of these things that I've done, I did it based on where I was at in my healing journey. And I felt like, why not give this to the world? Why not, put this out there to help someone else? And in each one of these things that I've created, it was like I started it and then it stopped. It was like I was doing it and it felt good while I was doing it. And then it was like, once it wasn't doing what I thought it would do or reach the right people, I was just like, I'm not doing this no more. And then I went on to the next thing. And recently, when I was sitting in the car and I was thinking about all of that, I came to grips with speaking something out loud that I didn't know before, but it actually made sense. And what I said was, everything I've done did not make my heart smile. It didn't fulfill me in a way that I thought it would have. Like, the joy in it didn't last that long. So when I sat and I thought some more and I thought some more, I was just like, where did my joy go? Like, what happened? Like, why am I not doing what I love? And I know that throughout my shorts here on YouTube and my Instagram videos, and then I posted on TikTok, I've always talked about doing what you love. And when you do what you love, life will literally be all that you want it to be. And I thought I was doing what I loved because at that particular moment, I was really like in it and I loved it. Well, I thought I did. I thought that those things are like I can see myself doing for the rest of my life and not call it work. Not look at it as, oh my God, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted, I don't want to do that. But I kept changing. Like I went from one business to the next business, and none of them lasted long. And that really blew my mind when I was sitting in the car and I was thinking about it. That's how I created the last video. And I'm like, okay, I need to figure out how to reclaim my joy, like how to get back to what I knew I loved, right? And so as I'm sitting in the car, so it, my car, I do a lot of my thinking in the car. I just things just be coming up in the car. I don't know what it is about the car, but it does a lot. And so as I'm sitting, I'm thinking, and I'm just kind of, going back in time. And I started with my younger self, my inner child. They always say that when you're a child, excuse me, that a lot of your creativity, a lot of your, thoughts, more so connected to your imagination, is the most vivid and the most present. And also, when you're a child, you don't have no worries. You don't have, the weight of the world on your shoulder. You are literally just being. And in that phase, you know what you want to be when you grow up. You know what's the thing that you love most because it aligns with just how you are, like how you were, like what is that thing? Um, Hi. Did the door open? Babe, what the H? Oh my God. Oh, never mind. I thought you opened the door. Nothing. Um, that that was interesting. Somebody was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Okay, back to what I was saying. Where, yeah, y'all, that threw me off. Okay, okay, inner child connection. So when I start looking at my childhood and then my teenage years and my adulthood and all of that, I realized something that I had my joy all through my childhood, then my teenage years. It stopped a bit and then became, went to college. It was there, after college, it was still there up until about 5 years ago, 26, 2020. It would be 6 years this year, but I'll say about 5 years when the joy just like stopped and became dormant. So as I was reviewing my childhood, I realized that my joy was really in just living, and not just with the idea of living, but doing what I love. And one of those things was dancing, like just music, everything about music when it came to just dancing and entertaining was something I always did. Double Dutch was another one. It was just that anything that had to do with either double dutch or dancing made my heart smile all of the time because it came natural to me. Yes, you got to get taught these certain things, but it's like I can just watch and see and do it and get it done. So when I sat with that, I thought about certain points in my life where I was just like, I want to start dancing again. I want to take a dance class. I want to do this. And I never did it. I never did it because I was nervous. I was a little nervous and scared because I never took a dance class in my life. I was in talent shows all of the time. I danced in the neighborhood. I was on the drill team, and it was just like I did it with no hesitation. I didn't worry about how people felt, what they thought, because I knew I was the shit. I knew that I was just amazed I didn't care. My confidence was so like out of this world during that time. But then it stopped. One time when it resurfaced itself, I was with my mentor organization that I started years ago, and I had got into my old school. And I took the mentor program there, and I started a step team, and it was so much fun of being a coach again. And that's the part that I enjoyed. Like mentoring them and helping them and stuff like that was actually really good. But the teaching them step was top tier. It was like mentoring kind of like disappeared. Like helping them with their problems and stuff like that kind of just kind of went over there. But it brought me so much joy, y'all. I was in my element. Nothing else mattered. So when I was looking back at it, I was like, okay, I need to reclaim my joy. I need to get back to doing what make my heart smile. I need to get to doing what someone doesn't have to like teach me. Like I don't have to study. I don't have to do all of the stuff to be good at it. I need to get back to that. And I figured out how to do that. But it's also a journey because now I have to go back to my younger self and heal her and bring her back to life and allow her to grow up, but then also for her to love again, to be of joy again, because the last 5 years she has been dormant. She'll pop up every now and again when I feel the need to be a kid, to tap into my childlike self. That's when I'll watch cartoons. That's when I'll focus on what is it? Just stuff that I used to do. Like I'll go back and watch my videos of me dancing and performing and stuff like that. I would literally go back to that and I would just be smiling like my nose itching. I know. Like I would just go back to the yeah, yeah. And it's like when I relive it, it brightens up my whole day. It brightens up everything that happened. But like I said, that was like periodically. And when you become an adult, it's like you have to do adult stuff like joy and being playful and being a kid kind of gets thrown by the wayside because you have to do all of these things. You got to be an adult, you got to pay bills, you got responsibilities and all this other crap. And it's like being in that space is like what, like you're taught like what's the point, because you got so many other things to worry about. And I feel that that is a problem, because you should still be able to play. You should still be able to have fun and be a kid when you feel like it. Because I feel like a lot of us are literally big kids just doing adult stuff. I know that's funny. So, me accepting that I have to go back and get her. I have to heal her because she has been tucked away. She has been, dormant, just kind of sitting while I do everything else. So, to talk about 5 years ago, at the end of 2020, why I'm saying that she was put like in the corner, dormant and forgot about and all of that, in the essence of joy. Like I've been healing, but more so of doing what I love, the joy that makes my heart smile. So when I'm going back 5 years, um, I'm not talking about more so like she has been like not talked to or healed, if that makes sense. I know that was kind of a little ramble, but I'm talking more so of what happened. So 5 years ago, I started my spiritual journey at the end of 2020. And when I started my journey, a lot of stuff happened. Um, I went through my phase of conspiracy theories. I went through, tapping into my spiritual gifts. I went through so many different things that comes with what you call waking up, becoming awakened, and seeing what the world is, reality, and a lot of that stuff. We can get into that in the later videos about where I'm at with that. But during those 5 years and learning what I've learned and going through that process, I questioned life, meaning, dang, do I have enough time to enjoy life? Do I have enough time to just be? Because when you step into that, that information is a bit scary, because you like, wait a minute, I was taught this, and now you're telling me is this and this, and it's like now you connecting the dots and you're seeing it for what it is, and you like, hold up, now what am I supposed to be doing here? Like, can I still operate a certain way, or is like the world about to end? I can honestly say that that's where I've been for a while, because it's so much. It's so much, and it puts you in this space of fight or flight, survival, even though like, okay, well, I can still do this and still do that, but it's like it just keeps you, in a sense, content, or inside, like, I don't want to deal with nothing, who, what, when, where, and why. Because listen, it's crazy, because I had to really unlearn all that I learned, and like really connect with what I was feeling and everything that I've learned, the new stuff that I've learned. It makes sense. But where I'm at now, I'm balanced now. And it took me 5 years to get here, y'all. This going through a spiritual awakening and learning a lot of stuff. Time flies. And like I said, it's been 5 years, and I'm just like, whoa. But I'm finally in a space of balance where I'm aware, I'm observant, I know what I know, but now I have to get back to my joy, because no matter what, that's where I need to be. Because if I do not, if I was to leave the world today and go to the other side and review my life and ask the question, am I satisfied with the life that I lived in totality? My answer would be no. And the reason why I would be no is because I stopped doing what I love and just kind of enjoying it. Like, so for example, before I got into all the information and the demic happened, I used to go out, but I used to go to this bar not too far from where I lived, just to hear the music and the dance. That is all. Like, yes, I had a drink or two or whatever, but I just went into my element, and I used to go like every other weekend. Not to spend like a lot of money, but for the music and dancing and excuse me, mingling The bartender I'm really cool with, you know what I'm saying? Like it everything to me. Excuse me. And I stopped because I started to learn. I started to read, but I feel like everything was with purpose. Everything was still with what I needed to do for me to get to this place. And being balanced, being aware, and being observant, and taking care of myself and my home. Like I needed to go through a healing process in order for me to get here to know like there's more to do, but also I'm doing it from a different lens. So it's like I'm actually really happy I'm in this space because now I have the confidence to actually do it this time. Before I didn't. And I feel like the reason why I didn't before was because I was just, in a sense, trying to figure it out, but say, oh, I'm going to do this, but then I didn't do it. Just a lot of procrastination and stuff like that. And now it's like, it's going to get done because I feel the need to. My inner child, she is calling for it because she needs it. And now it's about her more so than it's about me. And as I cater to her, as I heal her, as I help her grow and hold her hand, and we integrate, is going to be the most amazing thing. And I'm excited for that journey. But now I'm going to document it here because it's important. And I decided to do it. And then also show you all the tools that I'm actually going to use in this process. I created something to help me out with it so I can again heal my inner child, which then rebalance my nervous system, clear it out, stagnation, remove the stuck energy, and for me to flow better, for everything to just be in alignment. I created some things for myself to assist me in that process, and I'm so excited to show y'all and to be a catalyst for you all that's actually in the same place or wondering where your joy is, because like I said, it is so much going on that we need to find a joy in everything, and more than so ourselves, because in order for us to combat whatever's going on outside, we have to do within ourselves first. Us first, then that. That's just kind of how it goes. So I'm excited about this journey, and I'm excited where it takes me. I really, really am, to see how I evolve with now not just what I've done, but more so now what I'm about to do. And I'm gonna have fun with it. It's not going to be all butterflies and unicorns and rabbits and bunnies, but to get to the end goal, you have to enjoy the journey, and that is where I am. And like I said, I'm excited for it because, like I said, I'm really documenting it here now, getting back to my joy, bringing it to the present, and not just it being in the past. Because, like I said, reminiscing is good because the memories are there, but now I'm choosing to live it and to be in it all the time, no matter what. And that is going to be my story that I leave here. That is going to be my mark in the world, my imprint. So that is an update for y'all. This is the intro to reclaiming your joy here in the healing safe space. So I'm gonna have videos that's gonna come out often. I'm going to go live. Um, y'all gonna be seeing a lot of me, not just periodically. So it's going to be a lot that's going to be bam, 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 all in your face. but I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for me and accountability because y'all is on and popping. It is on and popping. And so I thank y'all for watching. I thank y'all for subscribing, being here with me, and being a part of this journey. And I hope that I touch one of you today and for you to reclaim your joy because this is a community. This is what you call a family. And yeah, it's on and popping. It is exciting. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. And there is more to come. So stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Comment below your thoughts of this video, and I will respond. Thank y'all again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace and blessings.